if you cannot understand my language, you can see my thoughts. So, because I'm a mathematician, so it will be quite difficult for some of you. No? It's okay, so I will try to mention some theorems without mentioning them, just to be true. But in fact, I will use topology, I will use game theory for negotiations, the middle line for EEZ, and also some computation from topostrategy to understand more or less this problem and to try to solve it. I very much the previous one speaker said about multilateral problems, bilateral solution. In fact, I will be the exact opposite. I will say that bilateral solutions are multilateral problems. So, in fact, you know, in Cyprus, we are studying many years the word solution, and we have problems. And in math, we study problems to have a solution. So, in fact, we are going to use diagram of Voronoi. So, a Russian mathematician, code words is, and so we can use them. And we are show several maps to see what we are talking about, because what I say is that many times I heard people who cannot see what they are speaking about. One command. We listen many words, few thoughts. Because in fact, if you try to ask to the others, okay, compute what you say. Do it. I just can say. So here you can see the urban framework. In topology, in fact, we do not insist on distance, but more on the relation. And you can see that in topology, in fact, we have something very important, is the connectivity. The connectivity seems to be something very poor for negotiation. In fact, is the core of negotiation. Everything else is an epiphenomenon of the reality. So, in fact, if you can see that, you can explain why the European Union has Malta and also Cyprus, and why Croatia right now. Just see the map. So, in fact, in European Union, we need very short boundaries, very big areas, and all the time connectivity. If you think United European system with this, with 2, 3 algorithms, you can draw the European Union without saying anymore, because it's rather technical. And you see this other map, which is quite different. In fact, we compute the same thing, but it's changed a little bit. And in fact, we emerge the countries in their EEZ. So, if you cannot get what you see, you will have a problem to estimate some other problem. So, here, I can show you the EEZ of Greece. We use diagram Voronoi in a generalized form. So we can compute, in fact, the area of each island. And we can show something which is quite new in this field, is that if you have an island which is very, very small, very, very far, is very, very good. You can see here, the biggest area are here, not here. So, for the other delimitation, you see, I can, in fact, in Greece, we can solve problem creating biggest problem. This is a local specialty. So here, I have only one country, and I can create already problem. More problem. In the same country. So don't bother me with other guys. We are okay. So here, line computation with the median line, the official for continental shelf. Here, you see, it stopped here. In fact, I think that you all know that this line, the median line, stopped here. That's why you never mention this area. No? This one does not exist for the moment. You see, you have a Lagrangian point at the same distance, and we can use this very little island. Are they important? Yes. Much more than Corfu. Maybe some of you do not know even the name of this island. But their EEZ is bigger than Corfu. Erekusa, Mathraki, just to mention them. So, very small island, very big problem, very big result. Because your area is not here, but here, and here. Okay. Same problem. A very small island, 249 kilometers, 48 kilometers from there. Without this, no connection. If you want connection, you need this. Okay. So explanation, the computation, stronghealing, acid origin, you see, if you do not have all these 14 islands, the line will be different. The importance of this small island, this is the EEZ. Only for Songili. You see, South Creta have those with, without, with, without. Like this one. We prefer with. So, you can get also this, just like this. In this area, some more or less the same computation, George or maybe someone else mentioned it before. There are little bit difference here, also here, biggest here. But never mind, this is connected. This is the part of the job. So, even that, for you, maybe it's not important like this. For us, it's much more important like this. The connectivity. There is no problem, no real problem. There is already connectivity on the three sides. So it's a very good point. The Annan plan, with this region, but in fact without this region. We prefer this one. Malta, Libya, they mentioned it. The problem of Malta is this. With Libya, three problems. This is the area, in fact, of Italy, of Greece and Malta, the reserve. So, I finish just with that. Malta, you see, EEZ, fire, we can compute this, and we can get also this image, which explains what? It explains that we are not only in a bipolar game. There is no game with some zero. In fact, we are in a Nash equilibrium, not in a Pareto equilibrium for the moment, but we can use all these things because of the small pieces they are inside. So in fact, EEZ is more or less like in Greece. We are very few, we are very little, but we are very rare. Thank you.